So today we will be live to talk about the full moon in Aquarius. So let me wait for Naja, who is gonna be joining us soon. So here, okay. Here is her. Hello, Naja. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Let me position better this camera. Okay. That's so nice to see you.
Yes, it's good to see you too. You look amazing as always.
Thank you. And I miss you already.
I know. I love getting to chat with you. I feel like we just come up with some amazing, insightful information. I'm excited to share it.
Same. And it seems this is the only way we got to meet each other, right? Because we are
Yeah.
basically catching up here as well
Yeah.
about these moon experiences. And tomorrow we're gonna have the full moon in Aquarius. By the way, today the sun enters in the sign of the Leo. So there is these two important events happening in the same time. The sun is entering Leo, and tomorrow, of course, but not everybody knows, but every full moon is when the moon is opposite the sun. So they are in the opposite signs. So that's why now the sun is in Leo and the moon is in Aquarius. And that's why the sun is illuminating the moon that can show herself fully in the full expression, the full beauty of the moon. And that reflects a lot on us because we, especially women, we are connected to the moon, right?
Right. Absolutely. So I'm really curious to know, like, how exactly is this going to be affecting us? Like, because Aquarius is like, they just want to be wild, we want to be innovative, we want to do new things. But then it's like the energy is still like, oh, but I need control, I need a safe container. So, like, how is this going to affect us?
I see you, very smart girl. You're going to the right direction for sure. So that's the axis that we are working on in this particular month with these particular energies. And what the Leo represents, it's very connected to our sense of self, our ego, who we are, what we came here to express in a unique manner, in a unique way, our shine or our essence. So that's why the past months we had the sun in Cancer, because in Cancer we connected to our roots, where we came from, our ancestors, our family. And we working on our family roots, so taking what we have to take from mother, from father, even in an energetical way, not that we have to go there and talk to them, but work this masculine part and this feminine part in a more father and mother way within ourselves, because we are this union. So we took that from our ancestors, and in Cancer month we worked on that, and now we suppose that we did our work, so we are full, so we can find ourselves. But and then what? I am who I am, and I'm here, and I'm taking my selfies and putting my beautiful pictures in Instagram. I love myself. And then what else do I do with that? And that is where Aquarius comes. And the opposition between the sun in Leo, talking about our essence, our ego, and how we can put that to the service, on the service to the collective. Aquarius is the people, is the
Yes.
collective.
Oh, this is so good. I have some intuitive messages and I'll share them later, but they totally had everything to do with like, because you said how Leo wants us to, you know, want us to shine bright, want us to, you know, be like, see me, see what I'm doing. But also with the Aquarian energy, it's like, but is that for the highest and greatest good of the collective? Do your desires align with what the collective needs? Because you're only going to be pushed forward. God is only going to help you with your desires and manifestations if they're in the highest and greatest good of the all. So that's something that we're seeing right now.
And that's why I love to talk with someone who is a native English speaker and who knows how to express so beautifully.
Oh,
You have this talent, Naja. You have the talent of communication, and you do this very well. I'm sure you are aligned in the expression of your mission here, using your Leo talents,
yeah.
the personification, in adding to the collective, and that's why we are here doing a live. I know you're constantly doing your work in YouTube and with your clients, and that's a call. In this moment, I feel that we have the call to find ourselves and own it, and embrace the essence, but not for the sake of the self, not just from the need way. Like I want find myself because I want to be happy. I need to be happy, or I need the attention. But how can I collaborate to the collective? How can I be part? And there is a message behind this axis as well, that because of all the aspects that I see around the full moon that's here. Yeah, and it for me, because we have a Chiron, the planet that represents the wounded healer. So our wounds is retrograde, and we have Pluto very, very close to the moon. And this, for me, I see like a potential for unlock something, some information, unlock. We have, it depends on the level that you are working to manifest this. You can really get the piece of the information that you need to find yourself, to align with the purpose. All these energies is really they're really beneficial for that reason. But for in the other scenario, like people that they are just not doing their work, they are lost, they can be very triggered by these energies, can be very annoying on them. Naja, I see you a little bit blur. I don't know if it's your camera.
Let me see. Let me wipe it off. Can you see me okay?
I see you. I just thought it was a little bit blur.
I'm not sure what it is. It could be my reception, but I'm not sure. I see myself.
But I see you.
But
You look beautiful. Let's keep doing.
Okay.
And I think, Naja, that's this is certainly a call, and also another key word for Aquarius energy that we're working on: freedom. Freedom has everything to do with Aquarius. So free, set us free from what is holding us behind. Like, what do I really want to do in my life? Can I embrace that freedom? And another way you can reflect on that, if you have your personal charts, people that they know their personal charts, they can find where they have Aquarius, and especially where they have the degree 1, because the moon, the full moon is happening in the first degree of Aquarius. So it can point like in which area of life they need to set free. Like for me, it's been very important, and especially for whoever has sun, moon, and rising in Aquarius. I have rising in Aquarius, so that's very personal. You know? Yeah. This is a matter like I need to do things on my own way. At this moment, I can't just fit and just do not stand for my own beliefs.
Right.
Do you know where you have Aquarius in your chart?
I believe I have, I'm not sure where it is on my chart, but I do have my chart I have, what is my Aquarius is in, ooh, Camilla, I'll have to pull it up and I'll have to tell you.
No.
But
You
I
do
do
have to book a
placement.
session with me. You do have
Yes,
to.
I do.
We are so late about that.
I know.
Let's do it for sure, for sure. And
Yes.
I mean, you're a very interesting person. I'd love to know your charts because I know in this being and knowing the charts, I always like to
Yes, I know.
go through that.
I have a placement in it. I can't recall right now, but I do have a placement in it. I do.
And you say you have the rising in Leo, right?
Yes, I'm a Leo rising.
Oh, but that's so no. How I know? How can I not realize that? If you have the rising in Leo, so is your expression, your physical body, even your appearance, and that's why you like so much to take pictures.
Yes.
And pictures you see are posing mostly, right?
Yeah. And the hair.
Are very a lot of production, the hair, the makeup, and richness, accessories, gold, jewelry, expensive items, because I have the rising in Leo. So you have Aquarius in the house 7, the opposite of the relationships. Here we go.
Nice. Okay. Wait, tell me, read me real quick. What does that mean for me then, if it's in my 7th house?
You really have to set free yourself about choose the partner for you or keep the partner, but for your own in alignment with what you really want. You know, your values. And even it's really time to check if you're merging too much in a relationship and if you're losing any kind of freedom of expression or losing yourself the way that you really should like embrace yourself, your Leo, your rising, and perhaps you can face some reflections or some real challenges about that right now.
That resonates.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
I wanted to say too what you had mentioned earlier about people are feeling the need right now to break free and set free and, you know, push the boundaries and things like that. A reoccurring theme that I was seeing is the control with Saturn versus the freedom of Uranus bouncing head to head. Yeah, it's
this
like
is happening in every chart that I do in this year, because I do the personal readings, not only the natal chart, but the transit is the forecast, astrological forecast. So everybody that did birthday, most of the biggest part of this year is having this square, Saturn square Uranus. So in your solar return chart, we might have this, but it changes the areas in life. So for some people, this affects finances, so they can have unexpected events about the finances, change of income, or very unexpected things happening, or in the relationships or in the career, people are changing career. But what's the deal here? Because this is collective, this is for around the world. So we are in a moment that we are trying to release Saturn, what it represents the past, the old ways to do things that doesn't work anymore, like going to the office every day. That's not necessary. You know, that's old. You don't need to drive and sit in a desk, you know, and who is trying to show up and fight for the position? Uranus, the futuristic Uranus, that's asking us to innovate, to add technology, to add freedom. What's more free than work from your own desk at home?
Right. That's what I was going to say. So many people now are leaving the office, leaving the 9 to 5. We're like, why are we doing that? Like, this is an old framework that we don't have. Like, why are we doing that?
Yes, and that's the innovation fighting against the old, but there is resistance because there is regulations that they are old. They are telling us, no, this you can't do this way, or there is self-resistance. Some people they have to put themselves to learn something new skills. You know, even like older people, they have to learn how to use Zoom or and it doesn't matter if you like or you don't like technology. Now you have to learn it.
Right.
right? So yes, and that's the theme for 2021. But this full moon is very important because this actually is happening in the same degree, the degree, the first degree of Leo and in Aquarius. That happened last year, in December last year, this great conjunction between Saturn, the same structure, and Jupiter. So in a collective level, that's reassessing. So whatever was happening in the world around December last year, we are kind of having some waves of that again. For example, here in Los Angeles, I remember in December there was a lockdown. And this week in Los Angeles, it's required to use mask again.
Wow.
You see, like it resonates. So in our personal level, whatever was happening, I remember exactly what was happening to me in December, and I was actually trying to set me free of something, and there was some resistance. Saturn and Jupiter. Saturn resistant, Jupiter expansion. So I want to expand, or I want to travel. Saturn, you can't travel right now. Or if you travel, there is legislation restrictions. You have to have a vaccine or whatever, visas and restrictions. So we are still we're dealing with this, but we are reaccessing those restrictions. Send a second wave of something. And in a personal level, we have to remember what was going on. This conjunction was in the 21st of December. And then we can feel what is resonating. So this, and another interesting fact, because this full moon is full of interesting facts. We are in the lunation of Cancer, that we did the live last time in Cancer. So the full moon should be in Capricorn. But the full moon passed the degree, and it went here to Aquarius. So we're gonna have 2 full moons in Aquarius this month.
Right.
We are having the first full moon.
Weird.
It's weird, isn't? We have the full moon in Aquarius. Then on August 22nd, we're gonna have a new moon. Again, the new moon is gonna be in Leo, and then we have another full moon in Aquarius. And what that means, we are really working this Aquarius energy, the freedom, and at the same time, Saturn is in Aquarius, restricting the freedom. So people have to fight for the freedom. So all this control about technology, this is on a collective level. And I'm not really tuned in politicians and all these things that are happening, but I'm aware. And as a citizen, like I know I'm affected. Like I know in terms of technology, we have this data. We have a lot of scammers trying to steal also our information through technology, right? So it's going crazy. And there is something interesting that happened. A company released this new phone that is called Freedom Phone. Freedom Phone. So it's a device that is against tracking information.
Wow.
And this is such a good representation about this Aquarius freedom fight. You know, in the other hand, there is a lot of content in social media being restricted. So if you want to post something, they say, nah, you're not going to talk about that.
Right. Wow. But then that also goes back to that Aquarian energy where it's like, no, we're supposed to. This is the new. We're supposed to be able to do this. We're free. We can do this. But then that old Saturn energy is like, no, you can't. You can't. You got to stay here. You got to stay here. You can't say that.
Yeah. And we are all in this, and in our own lives, our microcosmos, we are reflecting on that as well in our work, in our relationships, in our finances, all the ways to get money, new ways to get money. A friend of mine, I just sent a live to her, to my WhatsApp group, and she told me that now Instagram is paying for we do lives. Instagram business.
They're paying.
They're paying like YouTube.
Oh wow, that's
something very new. She says she received $100 yesterday.
Wow, is it through, what is it, like the badges when they? Did she say?
I don't know. I just heard about this like 1 hour ago. So I have to research, but
Wow.
I even give the task for you because you're so good in this
Yeah. Oh no,
researching.
look. Time to get paid on Instagram.
Yes, and this is very new. Almost nobody knows. I think soon people are gonna know that. But now Instagram, they are going to pay you. They are red paying, and then you have to do the lives in certain time. But it seems very simple though, and yes, that's a good thing. New ways to do money, new ways to make money. Uranus is in Taurus, so change about making money as well.
Which is really good. I feel like we need that. You know, like with the internet, there's like 1,000,001 ways to make money now. And like you're not restricted. You can monetize your life. Anything that you care about, you can monetize it these days.
Yeah, and you see that's how it's Aquarius energy is playing very, very well because it's about your freedom, the freedom that you have. Before we didn't have options, and now there is options. So there is this Aquarius, and there is something about you do not do alone. Join someone, because Aquarius is about do together, friends, collective. And sometimes we should not wait people reach us. Sometimes it's time, like I did yesterday. I reach you out to say, hey, Naja, let's do this. You know, because it's community. The world is walking through living more in communities. Is age of Aquarius. Absolutely. And not so individualist. And that's why we should raise this conscience that it's not about ourselves anymore.
Yes. And that also comes with leaving the scarcity mindset. Because scarcity mindset will say, no, I have to do it by myself. I have to get it by myself. I need people to recognize me. But with the new Aquarian energy, it's like, no, we can all win together. There is no lack. Everybody can win. We can all be elevated.
100%, 100%. Yeah, and we're going to elevate it together according this new energy.
Yes.
What else we have in this? Full moon, of course, working in our essence in a balanced way, because we all know that Leo, it can completely distort the energies for very self-centered and even arrogant, and in the worst scenario, narcissistic. So I wrote a content about Leo, and I posted yesterday, and what I was saying that is what I really like. The way I really like to understand this Leo energy, because we all have this ego, and some people deny the people that they have a weak Leo in the chart, so they do not have planets in Leo. Sometimes sometimes Leo, it's hidden in the chart, even is not in any cusp. So these people, they try to deny, like, no, I don't want to be seen. I don't want to call attention. And actually, we need that. You know, we need to use that. If we don't work our shyness, of our lack of self-confidence, how can we go there and fight for what we think is fair or we want to do? So a health ego is very important. So it depends, because we are talking sometimes to people, they already have that, whoa, too much ego, and then they have to calm down. But some people, they have too low sense of self. So they have to rise up.
Yes.
You know, and we all have to find this balance.
Absolutely. I love that. Are people going to be, is like that an aspect that's coming up, that people are going to have to start speaking up for themselves and have to start finding themselves and have to start shining their light for the people who are like, no, don't look at me? Like, are they getting some kind of like a push to put themselves out there? Or is it
with
just
the community? With the community, Aquarius energy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's
I'm here, sister.
It's going to take the community to be like, no, this person's here too. Like, we have to shine the light on other people.
Yeah, we have to shine together. Exactly.
Wow.
It's not about me. I take my sister here, and she's going to speak with me, and we are speaking together.
I love
That's
that.
ideally everybody has your own space, and we are adding, and especially to take this essence that's so unique in each one of us, and to be able to share it, not just to want the attention that sometimes the Leo ego can fall in that trap. Just I want the applause, I want the recognition, but are you really serving? Are you really sharing? You're
It's
sharing
about
from
sharing
the heart.
the platform, sharing so
Yes.
everyone can be elevated.
And why Leos, they have this light, they are ruled by the sun, so they have light, and the sun is the center of the solar system, so all the other planets are around the sun, because the sun is very generous, it's donating light and warmth. Doesn't matter if it's rich, poor, everybody is there on the sun, is receiving it, is receiving it. And the Leos, the people, they have a strong Leo rising, moon, sun in Leo, they are able to donate this warmth, this light, this happiness. And you know yourself,
So
because you have a
beautiful.
rising. Yeah, you're rising in Leo, it's the sun. It's very easy. They get into a room and they are the light of the room. Because they're smiling, and they are bringing happiness and motivation. As a fire sign, brings motivation to people.
But at the same time, it's meant to charge up other people.
Use
your light to charge up.
It's extremely motivational.
Wow.
People, they have a Mercury in Leo. They can speak and put people up.
Wow.
Politicians, actors, very, very common. They have, for example, Mercury in Leo, or they have something in Leo. But is the sun needy? The sun needs anything? The sun is not begging attention, right? The sun is only giving. Sun giving doesn't take anything. It's giving.
Like it just is. It just radiates the light.
It is.
Wow.
Yeah. So the Leo, when they want too much attention, they get out of their place, their natural place. Their place is to shine.
But when they don't, they burn people. Instead of shining to charge people, you're shining to burn people.
Exactly. They can be even provocative. And because the sun is, at the same time, it provides warmth and light, it also can blind, can burn you. And these energies are very being worked right now. I think this is an opportunity that we can be even trigger to check our ego. And when we are doing things from the ego, and we are doing things as part of the collective, and being a sun, shining the light, putting your gifts, your talents out there to make people happy, to add, to motivate people.
Yes. I love that. Oh my God, this is like
beautiful.
That little snippet right there is just like everything. Using your light to charge others and not to try and take the stage. Just use your light to elevate everybody. I love
And it's
that.
natural you're going to be admired as a Leo. It's natural because did you see a sunset, a sun rising? Wow, it's just beautiful without doing any efforts.
Right. It just is what it is.
Yeah, and it's amazing. Who doesn't get amazed in a sunset and the light, or enjoying the sun is just so effortless.
Yes. Oh, I love that.
This is the axis about these aspects. So concerning about freedom, innovations, intuitive ideas. Okay, about this Uranus. Uranus, that is the ruler of the full moon. Of course, is highlighted right now. And Uranus is collective energy. Is more than universal. Uranus is one of the planets that are about that universe that we just feel down here, like just receiving, but is much bigger than ourselves. So these Aquarius, this Uranus actually this is what I think that it can give us some insights, because these insights are not ourselves having insights. We are tuning into this energy of creativity, of innovation. And we can have like, especially people that are open to that, they're asking for that. They can really have an insight that can shift something, shifting something in their perspective, even about a healing or a new way to see things, and completely can help them to really align with this Leo essence, gifts, talents, sharing.
Yeah, and
That's
I heard
something that's
like
very active.
epiphanies, like people getting all kinds of epiphanies or like realizations coming online that, you know, like things just turning on. You're like, oh, yeah, you know, that you just never really knew. It just turns on.
Exactly, exactly. So Venus entered in Virgo. About Venus in Virgo, this is also a clearance time. Virgo, it's like very in tune with the energy of releasing, cleaning. So time for taking care of the health, taking care of the beauty, being very detailed, picky about ourselves. Let me see more my observations. And Mercury is in the sign of Cancer. So around July 5th, it entered in July 15, I believe. So right now, with the this Mercury in Cancer, we actually can re-access the past. We were working with the energies of the Cancer before, so we're still dealing with something from the past. So past wounds, things that we have to heal about family, especially family. All this is playing together. You have the rising in Leo, and we have this conjunction between Mars and Venus in Leo.
Yes, I heard about that.
Was beneficial for you? Did you feel?
Well, I mean, honestly, I've been really focused on work. So it's been, I guess, like giving me the confidence to work in what I love. Hi. But not really in regards to like romance or anything like that. I would say I'm very focused on more like love in what I do and not in a romantic way.
But my dear, it was in your rising. You have a rising in Leo, so the romance was with yourself.
Oh, but then that happened. It happened, Camila. It happened.
Yeah, because I saw you did a photo shoot. That was very beautiful.
Yes. No, yeah. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Then it happened. It happened.
And it's funny because the day of the conjunction was July 13. July 13. And I did a photo shoot as well.
You did.
Venus is beauty and Leo action. So creativity, create art, create beauty. So
that happened. It worked.
It worked. A photo shoot, which was very nice with amazing people, and we all had fun because Leo is a very fun sign as well.
There goes that collaboration again too.
Collaboration. Yes. And I think that's the interpretations for the full moon in Aquarius.
Wow,
to find
so
our essence
juicy.
And share it. Remember that we belong. The only reason we have a talent is because we are here to be part of something bigger.
Yes, that is so significant. Understanding, remembering to use your gifts and your talents for the collective. Like we are not given our gifts or talents if we're singing, if we're beautiful, whatever it is that we offer the world, that is not for us. That is for the world. And that's something that we have to come to this realization. And again, like with monetizing your gifts and your talents, just one last thing about that, about how, you know, Uranus rules innovation. Before, we were stuck in systems where we had to clock into 9 to 5s, using our energy and our time to aid systems that really we didn't care about. But now, the new way, we're learning how to use our gifts and our talents to monetize that for the greater good of all. So we're learning what gifts and talents we offer and how to use them. And in us using them, we in return are going to be favored monetarily, you know? So.
And you see, there is a lot of freedom involved, but there is a high price to pay for the freedom as well. Because before we were very Saturnian. We were waiting for someone to take care of us. You know, the company we work for, the government, and right now everything depends on us. If we don't leave the bed early and do what we have to do, so anything happens.
Yes, okay, so I had an intuitive message about what you just said right there, and I'm gonna go ahead and share it now. Is it okay?
I love this part.
So the intuitive message
I will receive now.
Okay. Yes, because I received so much from you. Okay, so what I got: the Lovers, the Chariot in reverse, and the Nine of Pentacles. So my interpretation of this, the intuitive message that I received from this is you are in, okay, wait. So I had two messages. I'm going to start with the first one. And the first one is running from your fears. So right now, a lot of people are running from their fears, using systems, partnerships, and relationships to escape or run away from your fears. And right now, our guides are saying, don't do that. Sit with your fears. Let them rise up to the surface. And like a nurturing mother, calm yourself, soothe yourself. Don't run from your fears, and don't run to people or systems to heal your traumas for you. You must heal your own traumas. And so yeah, so that was plugged in with what you just said about people waiting for their jobs to step in, waiting for the government to step in, waiting like, are you going to do something? Are you going to fix this? But it's like, no, right now the power is being given back to the people, and you're being told, you do something about this. If you see a problem, you fix this. You take the initiative. Stop waiting for the government. Stop waiting for your job to call you. Stop waiting. You've been like the baton has been passed back to you. Take control of your power. And a lot of people are afraid to wield their power because they're like, this is so much. This is too much. There's too much to fix. But it's like you do it step by step by step. You let your fears arise. You see what your fears are, and you nurture yourself. And it's not even like pacifying yourself, like, oh, I'm just going to put a pacifier in it and we'll come back to it later. It's like, no, heal yourself. When the trauma comes up, and people will see their trauma come up in their finances, like, oh no, my job hasn't called me back yet. You know, what am I going to do? Panicking like that. Or, oh no, he or she doesn't love me anymore. Like, what am I going to do? Like, let your trauma come up and soothe yourself. Because when your traumas are raising, it is, so you mentioned before about Chiron, the wounded healer. Yes. You're meant to re-experience the trauma, to face it once and for all, like put it to bed, put it to rest, because if you do not face it, it's going to keep coming back and back and back. And when it comes back, it's coming back with a vengeance. Our traumas get bigger and bigger and bigger the longer we do not face them. So that was one of the first intuitive messages, was stop.
And that's exactly the time where Chiron is retrograde, is coming back right now.
Yes. So you'll notice too, like people who have hurt you in the past coming back, someone who said something to you sideways coming back, and it's coming back because it's for you. It's not for, you know, whoever, whatever. It's for you to finally address it, put it to bed, nurture yourself, mother yourself. You soothe your fears. Don't wait for systems, the government, whoever. No one's going to fix your problem. It's always going to be your problem. Fix it. Address it. Face it. Be done with it. So that was the first one.
I love it.
Very like fiery. It's just like, why are you waiting? Like, take care of this. Why are you waiting for there were no superheroes. You are the superhero. You need to get your cape out the closet, dust it off, and put it on. Like, you are what you're waiting for. Okay, very fiery.
Yeah, I agree, 100%. I love it.
Okay, and then the next intuitive message, very, very, very similar with that energy. We had the Nine of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, the Four of Swords, and the Hierophant. And this message says, and again, goes with that last message I just gave, you are in control, okay? You are guiding your own path. Stop waiting for the change to occur outside of you. People are in a very stagnant place and in a very complacent place, meaning that you're waiting. Like, who right now is waiting? And the message here is, you know where to go and you know what to do. And if you ever find yourself not knowing where to go or what to do, you're not tuning in with your internal compass, because everybody has been given the gift of discernment, and everybody has angels, guides, and helpers that walk with them. So if you're feeling stuck or you're feeling stagnant, I promise you it's because you're not tuning in. You've got to tune in, and the messages come out. You are what you're waiting for.
I love what you said. Can I make my comments on that?
Do it.
Wow. I love that quote when you said that everybody has the power of discernment, right? Mm-hmm. So what happened? What's happening to me? The insights I'm having about this, like how much sometimes we don't trust ourselves and we don't trust others about our power of discernment, the other people's power of discernment. And the thing is, if we don't trust ourselves, we're not trusting others. So when we see a friend doing something, let's see, my friend is starting a relationship with that guy that from outside I might think, that's not the best guy for her. Or if my client is doing some business and I might think, that's not really the best way to do it. And then I take that role of teacher, of mother, and I try to explain and teach them what's the best for them. And I'm not trusting. They know better about their own lives, because everything that they are choosing and is happening around them is connected with their roots. Again, the ancestors. It comes from, wow, that's so old and so deep that there is nothing that I can do about.
Right. And also, like, you never know what lessons people need to learn, and when we step in and say, no, they're not right for you, don't do, like, we're robbing them of the lessons that they need to learn, because if they already knew, they would never get in that relationship, or they would never put themselves in that predicament. So it's like, we try to, like you said, nurture and save people. We what do they say? Captain Save-A-Ho. We're always trying to be Captain Save-A-Ho. But it's like, no, people have to learn their own lessons. How else can they grow?
Exactly. And for me, that really resonates when you said that everybody has power of discernment, because I was the person that I was always stepping into people's lives, trying to support, trying to help. And that I realized that how mess up it, because they're not ready for that. They're gonna turn against you.
Yeah,
they're gonna end up doing their own way anyway. There is
and then resent you for not.
They're gonna resent. Yeah. And it's a place that you're judging people. You're thinking that they're not enough, they're not doing right, so you're coming from a superior place, and that's very bad. And I think that the only reason we, like, I was the person, like, I used to do that. Nowadays, I'm aware of that, so I'm doing less and less. But it's because we do that when we don't trust ourselves, our own decisions.
We have to project our insecurities on other people,
trying to control other people, because we don't even control ourselves. We take mass decisions. We take wrong decisions all the time, wrong relationships, and then we go there in the outside, try to fix that. You have to fix here in yourself, not trying to go there in the friends, in the neighbor, in the clients, and trying to fix that.
Yes. And it also makes me think too about what's going on right now with the pandemic and everything like that. When people become awakened or enlightened, and we try to say, your religion is wrong, I can't believe you believe that, or I can't believe you're gonna get the jab, I can't believe you're doing that, like, why are you not, like, we believe we know best, but again, we don't know their internal system. So we are draining ourselves of our energy, trying to make them see something they will never see.
Yes, because they are them, we are we, you are you. I am me, and that's it. And everyone
Right.
process in their own way. So let's take care of our own business, our own lives,
Right.
and
It's like mind your
not,
business. Just do
yeah,
your
not give
thing.
it unsolicited advices, you know.
Yes.
Much better.
Oh, I love that.
Naja, keep going on because we have 15 minutes and I want to know the rituals. Tell me,
Yes,
girl.
yes. Okay, okay. I have the rituals. I have the rituals. So I'm gonna say one more. I had two songs. Sometimes I'll get like song messages that come through. And so the songs that came through for intuitive messages were I don't know if anyone's heard the song from Asher Roth, I Love College. And in the song, they're like, do something crazy, do something crazy. Okay, anyway, that was the message. But I got that message because again, with that energy, we're being asked to do something crazy, not to our detriment or to our harm, but it's like, can you break the mold? Can you do something different? Because what you've been doing is putting you in the same cycle again and again and again. And the song is called I Love College, and I thought that was significant because Earth is the school arena. We are here on Earth to learn messages. So the guides are saying, like, do something crazy. And also trust that whatever insight that you get to do, it is going to help you to evolve, like how we go in school, first grade, second grade, third grade, you know, like when you do something crazy, when you break the mold, when you do something different, understand that that is you elevating yourself to another or to the next level. So yeah, that was okay. So
I'm
those
gonna
are
do
my
something
intuitive
crazy, girl. I'm about to
Yes,
do crazy stuff here.
do something crazy.
I will.
I was like, where did that song come from? But anyway, okay. So
And I love this
rituals.
intuitive message through
Yeah.
sounds. That's cool, really cool.
Yes, thank you. Okay, so full moon rituals. So the rituals that I had gotten were you're being asked to revisit your written intentions from the previous new moon. So the last new moon we had was in Cancer that we did together. They're saying analyze where you are now in that process. It's very significant to go back, circle back, and just see where you're at in the process. Have you moved? Have you not moved? If you haven't moved, it's time to make adjustments. Again, do something crazy. Do something to jump yourself out of that stagnant hold you've been in. The next thing I had was visions of the future. So the next ritual is a scripting exercise. We're being asked to write your life as you want it to be without the limiting beliefs. So a lot of people are, you know, they know about scripting, but sometimes when we're scripting how we want our life to be, we still interject with our limiting beliefs like, oh, but it has to be that way because it can't work out like that. And, you know, so the message is write your life exactly how you want it to be without the limiting beliefs. Okay. And then
And
once you do
in a
that,
full moon in Aquarius, I think really breaking free, right? How can
yes.
you be more free?
Yes, exactly. So it's like shake off the limiting beliefs. If you were like, I have to, it's gonna look like this, but it has to look like that because that it's like no limits. Like break it off, shake it off, do it exactly how you want it, or see it exactly
Yeah,
how you
because
want
if you
it.
start to think, okay, I'm this is what I want to manifest, but then you think, okay, but how can I do this? I don't have that money. I don't have that. No, no, no. We are
That's
talking
locking
about,
yourself back in.
yes.
Yeah. No blinders. Just and I hear our guides saying, just tell me what you want. Like they're getting mad. Like just tell me what you want. Like and then you're like, okay, I want this, but like, no, just tell me what you want. Like no but, just tell me what you want. Okay. And
That
you're just like,
reminds
tell me
me,
what you
Naja
want.
coach, Naja life coach in the session. But what do you want, Camila?
Yes, I'm hearing the song from Spice Girls. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. Like just tell me. Just say it. Okay, so the next layer on top of that, once you write your life exactly how you want it, now we're going to tap into that technology with Uranus, Aquarius technology. So they're saying utilize your technology, and how you're going to do this is now voice record. If you have on your phone, voice record whatever you write out, the vision of the future that you want to experience. You're going to voice record and listen to that recording every morning and every night before you go to bed. So this is
Love this idea. I'm gonna do that.
Yes.
Voice
I've been
record and
doing
I
it
listen
and
myself. I listen to myself
yes.
what I'm. Wow, that's amazing, Naja. Because I journal a lot,
Mm-hmm.
but
You got to
listening
hear
to
it. You need to
myself.
hear it in your own voice. And that's how you break through the subconscious wall. You need to hear yourself saying it as if it has
I'm getting
happened.
chills now. I want
Goosebumps.
to break the subconscious walls.
Yes, you have to. And so yeah, and they're saying to say it as if it's already happened. Like whatever you're saying, say it like, oh my God, I'm so grateful this happened. I had the best experience. This is what happened. This is how like past tense, like it already happened. Don't even say I want it to be like no.
And feel
say
it.
how it happened.
Feel and
Yes.
feel.
Yes. And that's the significance. It's going to raise your vibration. To listen to it first thing in the morning, start your day off by putting yourself in alignment with what you want, and then going to bed, last thing you hear, now you're going to be subconsciously dreaming about it because it's the last thing you heard.
Kind of you're creating a guided meditation for yourself.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
I love it.
Okay, how are we doing on time? I have 2 more.
We have 10 minutes, 9 minutes.
Okay, cool. Okay, so the last 2 I had were, this is a journaling prompt. So our guides want us to answer this question. How are you serving the collective by achieving your desires? Okay, so what is it that you want? Now ask yourself, how are you serving the collective by achieving your desires? Because again, Aquarius rules the humanitarian, the progression of the collective. So God pushes forward our desires when they are not only serving ourselves and our egos, but they improve the greater good as well. So whatever you're
100%.
asking for, plug it back in. Is what you're at, like, I want a Mercedes-Benz. Okay, cool. How is that helping the collective? Like, honestly and truly, or
and it can help the collective.
It can, right? But you just need to know why and how. How and why. And once you do that,
again, like I like to remember everything, like, because this is there is people that is limited belief that spiritual people, they should be released from the material, especially expensive items. But it depends. It all depends.
Right. Like
how you use that. If this is aligned with your mission. I mean, if I'm a designer and I'm creating this accessories, or of course this is aligned with my mission.
Exactly.
Or if I'm creating jobs with this.
Exactly. So even like when we're like, I want more money, and it's like, okay, cool, you can have it. How is you having more money going to help, your family, your friends, whoever? Like it absolutely can. Or I want this designer bag. Okay, cool. How is like maybe people seeing you having the bag, inspires others to do whatever. So, you can have whatever you want, but our guides are just saying, how is it serving the collective? And then the last ritual we have, so Aquarius, it is air. A lot of people think it's water, but it's air, right? So so it's going to be super huge to speak what you want into existence, speak your desires into existence, utilizing that air. Okay. So it's especially important also when it comes to the collective. Our guides are saying, can you please be mindful about what you're saying about the collective? Because when we are saying things about humanity, like, oh, things will never get better, this will never be fixed, that we are putting a curse on humanity with our words. So it's saying, speak what you want into existence, and also be mindful of what you're speaking about the collective, about humanity. Okay, a lot of us are putting spells and curses on, putting strongholds on ourselves by not not taking into account what we're saying. We don't believe our word holds weight, and it does. So
I love that perfection.
And then the very last message, reinvent yourself. Focus on your originality and what it is that you have to offer, and also detaching from the past, breaking out of the old mold or the old routine. You must shed the old version, the old way things used to be, so that you can experience the greatness and the richness of the new. So those were the messages that I had for this.
And if we think about this, it's very deep, because we are talking about that. It sounds easy, but to really recognize where we have difficulty to change, we are still doing the same way. We are still dealing with the same wound for 20 years, and we're still stuck in the same talking, the same stories in our heads about what happened, about ourselves. And we are not really changing. So like, it's much deeper. I think that's just, it's not talking. It's really go there and research and, you know, why I'm stuck still in some areas of my life, and what I'm doing. There is a reason. If there is something in my life that I want and I still not having, is because there is a reason in my behavior. And if my behavior is that way, it's because there is a thought behind that behavior.
Yes. And that goes back to that intuitive message saying, stop waiting for the outside to be fixed. Stop waiting for other people on the outside to fix it. If you're stuck in complacency, it's because something within you is repeating a pattern, repeating a thought, and you haven't broken free of it. Therefore, you're only experiencing the same thing again and again.
Yeah, and it's amazing what you said about stop looking outside. Stop looking outside for recognition, for love, for everything, and even for healing. Some people, they come, like they looking for some ways to heal. They think there is a miracle. I go to that shaman. I'm going to do that plant medicine. Even that.
I'm going to church.
I go to church.
God's gonna fix me.
Exactly. And they don't realize that it all can help. But who is going to make the work is themselves. No one else. It's not the priest. It's not the shaman. It's not the astrologer.
Right.
It is not. They need to access people to help them, but they have to take the decision. They have to be open. They have to do the homework. They have to do the intentions, set the intentions, and works. And it's not easy.
Right. It goes back to taking responsibility from your life. It's that hard lesson that we're learning from Father Saturn. It's like, are you going to set, you know, systems in place so that you can learn to run yourself? Are you going to learn to take responsibility from yourself? Like people are like, oh, I got to call my mom because I got to call my dad. Like, take responsibility for your life. Grab the reins and steer your life. Like, do it.
It's so funny you were saying about father, and my father just jumped in the call in the live. Yeah. Oi, pai, and send hearts. Oh, te amo.
Yes, you made such a beautiful woman.
Oh. Thank you. And the thing is also about my father. He doesn't fully understand English, but for so long I was trying to take from him his responsibility, why it happened that way. And only when I released him from this responsibility and I took full responsibility for myself and accepting things and he as he is, and really receiving the love as it was and it is, not the way the little child always wants, in a different way. It was when I really I was ready then to so much bigger. Wow. You know, to do so much more, because then we are not coming from a place of lack. You know, you're not in neediness, you have it.
Yes,
it doesn't matter.
Yes, that's a huge thing that we have to heal within ourselves. Like even the collective, that neediness and that codependency, like we must address it within ourselves so that we can be the proper partners to each other or the proper friends to each other. We have to address our neediness. I had to do it too. I'm very, very, very needy in relationships. Like, you can't leave me, don't, you know, like what in the world? That is a trauma girlfriend.
Yeah, that's a little child.
Yes, like the wounded baby coming back out.
Yeah, the full woman is way different. I see her. Whoa. Naja, I think we are on our 1 hour, and I'm not sure they're gonna
kick us out.
Yeah, but I want to say thank you so much for bringing all this wisdom. Thank you so much for all your research, your study, for sharing your own process. And I'd love to have you here. And girl, come to Los Angeles soon to visit me.
I'm coming.
I already invite you. I'm waiting for you.
I know. I'm coming. I want to be there too.
Organize. Take the lead. Do something crazy.
Yes, let me take my own advice and do something crazy.
Yeah, come to Los Angeles, girl. You have a friend here. I'm going to show you all around. Let's have fun.
Yes, I'm excited.
Leo month, fun times.
Yes. Thank you,
Okay.
Camila.
Thank you so much. Love you. Bye bye.
Bye.